Hey guys, so I think we're live. Can you hear me? Anyone on? No one can hear me because there's no one on. So, welcome to the Tuesday night live stream. Hey guys, welcome. So, hey Lady Laser, nice to have you on again. So, hey Darnell. So just waiting for a few more people to log on. Hey Awakening Humans. Hi Udiyaman Shukla. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Udiyaman. So, just give it a couple more minutes just for a few more people to log in. It only takes just a couple of minutes. Hey, Ben Brooks. Yeah, these are crazy days of revolution for sure. So, we seem to be stabilizing around 8 people. So, the birds are outside. Yeah, not inside. The window's open. So, welcome to the first session in a new series of sessions. As I mentioned last week, it seems my focus is shifting from less focus towards the spiritual and awakening side, the ascension side, and more towards first contact in all of its forms. So, where to start? Yeah, so we're going to do a bit of channeling. Probably the Yael will come through towards the end of the session. And the title of this session is Creating a Foundation for Contact. So from now on, likely, or certainly for the foreseeable future, the focus of these live streams is going to be on first contact, extraterrestrial contact. And the live streams are going to build upon each other. So it's going to be like a course, like a series. This is going to be the first in a series. So great to have you here for the first in the series. And yeah. So the title of today's, the first of this series of extraterrestrial contacts sessions, is going to be titled Building a Foundation for Contact. Hi Linda, nice to have you on from Phoenix. Phoenix, epic place for first contact. The location of the Yael flyover, the boomerang-shaped craft in Phoenix. In when was it? I can't remember where it was. Was it 1998? Something like this. The Phoenix Lights. The Yahyel have said that the boomerang-shaped craft that was sighted over Phoenix. If you're not aware of this, check out the Phoenix Lights. There's loads of documentaries and stuff on it. It was seen by thousands of people. It was like a mile wide, or a huge, I'm not sure of the exact dimensions, but it was a huge boomerang-shaped craft. And this was the Yahyel, as they tell us. Oh, cool. Yeah, if you'd like to share more about your UFO sightings, that would be great, Linda. And so I guess we're rising out the ashes like the phoenix. And I believe this is why the Yahyel, or one of the reasons the Yahyel chose Phoenix, because it was like the phoenix rising out the ashes. So building a foundation for contact. So yes, so in my experience, it's like really important to be very grounded in those of us that are excited to be part of First Contact and have our own extraterrestrial contact experiences and act as ambassadors to humanity for contact. As I've come to learn myself, it's really important that we find our passion and our excitement on Earth as well. For ultimately, First Contact is really about our world, because our world is where it's all happening at the minute. The ETs are coming here to assist us in the transformation of our own planet. And the transformation of our own planet is all about all of us learning to align with our higher selves, align with our passion and our calling and our excitement and our joy, and begin to live this more and more day to day to the best of our ability. And in my experience, the people that have the most extraterrestrial contacts, the people that have the most sightings and the most connections on all levels, but especially physical contact and sightings of craft, the people that seem to have the most sightings are the people that are most grounded in physical reality, that love life, that just have a passion and a joy for life. And I believe this is because the ETs know that it's very easy for us to become unbalanced and disoriented and go through psychological issues as side effects of contact. And if we're like very ungrounded and very unbalanced and in a way looking out to the ETs to bring us joy and bring us harmony and bring us bliss, and we're looking to them for our fulfillment and our joy and our passion, they tend to hold off. They tend not to embrace contact because they know that this is very destabilizing for us, because while it does bring us like bliss and joy and ecstatic expansions into infinite consciousness when we have these contact experiences with the ETs, it can also be very destabilizing. It can, in extreme circumstances and in lots of contact scenarios, it tends to cause psychosis, like what occurs in a variety of levels. And I believe I had some sort of minor symptoms of psychosis myself after some intense contact experiences I had. So luckily it didn't really disrupt my life too much. Well, I guess it did, but I was still able to hold it together. But it can cause, like, what happens is, as you probably know, when you're on the spiritual path, we go through this, what Bashar calls the roller coaster that keeps going upwards. We have like these epiphanies and these bliss experiences and these expansions into higher consciousness and like all these spiritual experiences. And we feel amazing, but then very often a few days later, a few weeks later, or even months later, we'll sometimes find all of a sudden we become like really depressed or really anxious or really stressed out, or we get a really active mind. Our minds go crazy, and it's just, and like all the bliss and the serenity is gone. And because what is happening, it's we've still got subconscious negative patterns, subconscious misaligned negative beliefs, very often like trauma from childhood and a variety of intensities, and all sorts of like rejection patterns, this human pattern of I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, that's sort of a side effect of living in our society and the way it's structured at present. And what happens is that any beliefs, often these beliefs are deeply embedded in our subconscious. And even when we know that they're nonsense on some level, they still sort of continue to have momentum because they're so deeply ingrained into our psyche. And what happens is we have these rapid expansions of consciousness, and they force to the surface all our stuff, all our trauma, all our pain, all our negative beliefs, all our misaligned beliefs, so that we can become a balanced, integrated being, because we can only go so high in our frequency if we're still holding on to beliefs like I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, or general perspectives and beliefs about the nature of reality. You know, I'm a victim of reality, I don't create my reality, we live on I'm a random mutation. There's nothing after life. There's nothing after death. We just die and that's it. See, all these beliefs, they're out of alignment with our true understanding, our true nature, our soul perspective, our true perspective that we know within us, within our true consciousness to be true. So they have to. So what's in a sense is happening is they're getting forced to the surface so that we can begin the integration process and the redefining these beliefs process. And so I talk about this in a lot of my work. I've done a lot of videos on this. And so I'm not going to go too deeply into that now. But the point is that if we're not balanced, if we're not like grounded, if we're not aligned with a very healthy version of ourselves, a healthy perspective of ourselves, enjoying life, have a joy for life, most of our patterns are beginning to fall away, and we're creating a healthy, balanced reality for ourselves. It can be too destabilizing to have intense contact experiences, and as humanity as a general, this is why we haven't had these experiences yet, and this is why most of us haven't had like full-on physical contact with extraterrestrials, because it would just send our consciousness would just go into infinity, and we'd be like in like some sort of samadhi experience, some sort of pure unity conscious blissness with the universe. But we wouldn't be ready for it. We have too much misaligned. And so this first talk of these sessions, I'd like to talk about first creating a healthy balance for ourselves. And for me, what this has been, one thing that this has been, another one of my passions is gardening, and I work as a gardener. This is my other job, and I'm doing a lot of this at the minute. I've actually quietened down my channelings quite a lot, and I'm just focusing on gardening, and this is my main source of income at the minute, because I was becoming very ungrounded, unbalanced, and my excitement was to do more gardening because it's so grounding, it's so balancing, it's so healthy, being out in nature. And so this is something I would definitely recommend, spending as much time in nature as we can. If this contact path is for us, if we feel inspired to move towards the next stage of first contact and act as contact ambassadors for humanity, it is several things I'm going to put forward to create a more healthy, balanced physical life for ourselves, grounded on earth in this reality, finding joy in every moment and not looking up there for our joy and our fulfillment. And I think very important is to spend a lot of time in nature. I would suggest spending as much time in nature as possible, particularly in the forest, around trees. And yeah, so this would be my first tip. And because it can create so much joy, because a lot of our suffering, especially when we're on this spiritual path, comes from being in the psychic noise of humanity. If we're in the city all day, or even in densely populated villages, we're always in everyone else's stuff, like stress, like rushing around on roads, and it can create lots of havoc in our minds. But when we're out in nature on our own, in really high vibrational places, really serene, balanced places, it it takes us back into our natural joy, our natural centeredness, and really quiets us down and enables us to center our consciousness in our heart and in our centered higher self consciousness. So being in nature is one tip that I would give. Spend as much time in nature. And I'd just like to share a few more things before we get to the channeling about creating a balanced, healthy, joyful, physical reality for ourselves. And I think one thing that is so important is looking after our physical health, looking after our physical body, our physical vehicle, because as we experience contact, the energies that come into our reality are so intense. It's extremely intense, and it can take its toll on the physical body. Basically, a part of this ascension process and preparing ourselves for contact is fine-tuning the vehicle to the vehicle being the physical body, to accept higher and higher frequencies, higher and higher vibrational energies, more and more bliss, more and more divine consciousness. And this is why in the East, part of the self-realization practice is physical yoga, and they put a lot of essence on good diets, good exercise. And yoga is certainly a great way to begin to fine-tune the physical vehicle. I'd certainly recommend practices such as yoga, qigong, tai chi. The gym's good if you feel good to go to the gym. But the issue with going to the gym is, and traditional methods of exercise, is that they actually build up your muscles by tearing them. They tear them to pieces and then regenerate them. So it's actually not that good for the physical body to be doing these sort of exercises. Whereas exercise like yoga, tai chi, or qigong actually works in harmony with the body to very naturally and harmoniously regenerate and build muscle and build a healthy vehicle, a healthy physical body. So I would also tune into your excitement, of course, always. If you're excited to play tennis or go rock climbing or scuba diving or surfing, these things are all great because they will naturally increase your physical vitality. And so this is so important, I feel, as if we're going to be part of this contact program, to really tune into raising the frequency of our physical body through doing everything we can to really refine our vehicle and become a pure vessel for higher consciousness. It's like Bashar says, we're becoming superconductive. And so we need to create a superconductive vehicle, a superconductive physical body, through doing everything we can to become as healthy and as physically fit and as physically strong as possible. So also something I would highly recommend is detoxification. Whether this be through, I'm hesitant to recommend fasting, although if you're drawn to fasting, this is a really powerful way. It's one of the best ways to detoxify the body. But some of the issues with Westerners detoxifying is that it can be too intense, especially if you're eating like a high sugar diet. You eat a lot of sugar, high sugar and carbs, and then you suddenly fast. Apparently it can cause like issues with like insulin levels and this sort of thing. So I'm hesitant to, even though I do have done fasting myself, and a lot of people recommend it. If you suddenly skip from a really unhealthy diet to fasting, it might cause physical symptoms. So perhaps when you first start fasting, it might be a good idea to explore some slightly easier ways, more mellow, more softer on the body, softer on the vehicle, because it can come on very strongly and very intensely. So perhaps one of the best ways to begin fasting is what I like to do is just use superfoods. I'm currently using a mix, an organic blend, which is, I believe, spirulina, chlorella, wheatgrass, pineapple, and something else. But these sort of things, I believe chlorella particularly is a really powerful antioxidant, a really powerful detoxative. And also MSM, which is organic sulfur, very safe supplement to take, as I understand it, mixed with vitamin C. MSM mixed with liposomal vitamin C, because liposomal vitamin C, it's contained in a fat, so the body can absorb it much more easily, and it doesn't upset the stomach so much. So MSM, M for mother, S for sulfur, M for mother. It's organic sulfur, and it's actually something that we used to get when we drank rainwater, but we don't get it anymore. It's really good for the body in a lot of ways. So MSM and vitamin C is one way, and take it steady. Start off with small amounts, because it can be very intense detoxifying, and you can feel like the living dead if you overdo it, because the toxins are coming out your body into the bloodstream. And so when you take these supplements, you also need to drink lots of water to flush the toxins out your system, and also supplements to help flush out the bowels, like colon cleanses. I'd recommend doing some sort of colon cleanse, but I'm not an expert on physical health, so tune in and get some good advice from someone who really knows about detoxification. But perhaps just taking things like eating a lot of fiber and like dried fruit like figs and dates and prunes. These things are great to cleanse out the bowels, because a lot of toxins reside in the bowels. So this is but I'm not a health professional, so disclaimer. But do some research from people who know what they're talking about. Get some good, solid advice on detoxification from experts in the field. David Avocado Wolf, I definitely recommend David Avocado Wolf. He's an expert on this. It's his life passion. You're probably aware of David Avocado Wolf. He's got a massive following on Facebook and millions. Look him up on Facebook or Google him. You'll find what I'm talking about. He's an expert in this sort of thing. And so get your advice from detoxification from him, not me. But it is really powerful and essential, I believe, for purifying the body. If you want to shift your body to a fourth density, fifth dimensional vibrational state, detoxification is essential, in my opinion. And of course, healthy diets. Yael always recommend as raw, vegan, organic as possible. However, listen to your body. Always listen to what your body needs. But moving in the direction of raw, vegan, organic is a great way. And I'm experimenting with a ketogenic diet, a very high fat-based diet, which seems to work for me. But I'll let you know how it gets on. So diets. Detoxification, exercise to purify the physical vehicle. If we want to be part of First Contact, we really need to get the healthiest, vibrant physical body we can. So and take advice from experts in this field. I'm not an expert on physical health. I'm not an expert on detoxification. So seek out some good wisdom. And I think David Avocado Wolf is a great place to start. This is his passion. He's devoted his life to finding out the ultimate secrets of health. So, and of course, that being said, the most important thing just tuning in to where to take this. Yeah, maybe look at some questions, see if we've got any questions from you guys. Yeah, if you've got any questions about what I just talked about, feel free to shoot them out there. Yeah, I got a shift date for September 2, Steve, but that's another topic. So I think I'm going to do a quick channeling now. So it feels like something wants to come through. So yeah, so I'm just going to go into the channeling state. I feel like I think the Yael want to have a word on first contact. Hello, good day, Earth humans, good day. We are the Yael. We are glad to make contact with you at this time, Shibai. We are glad to tune into your frequency. We are glad to tune into your dimension. We have, in a sense, crossed the threshold. We have, in a sense, crossed the bridge to a new dimension, a new way of being, a new organizing principle of creation is entering the world at this time. So it would be our honor, it would be our gift to you to share with you a little guided meditation, a little guided journey into the stars, into a space of awakening, a space of transdimensional ascendance, into a deeper aspect of who you are, a deeper aspect of why we are here, a deeper aspect of why we have come together at this time, you, us, our spaceships. And this reality, this dimension, unfolding before our very eyes. So, as us, the Yael, are willing to come forth, we ask you to honor yourselves, honor your hearts, and align yourselves to your highest. Align yourselves to your highest vision of who you are, why you are here. Center your consciousness in your heart space. Center yourself in your being. Center your world around this very moment, this very co-creation with us at this time, with you. And so, we ascend together. We rise up to a new plane of consciousness. We rise up to a new realm of well-being. We rise up into a new ascendance, a new realm of ascendance, into the stars and beyond, into the very center of who we are, the very center of where we came from, the very center of our galactic beingness. So, take a moment, if you will, to take some deep breaths, to allow your consciousness to center right in the heart of your being, the heart of yourself, in the very central core of who you know yourselves to be. Allow the unfolding of this realm to be what it is at this time. Allow the unfolding of your consciousness to unfold according to the path of that which it takes. Do not feel the need to interfere with your reality. Do not feel the need to meddle with your world. Understand that all things are unfolding as they are ordained by the Creator in each and every given moment. Understand that there is only perfection in creation, and all things occur within the perfect timing as ordained by the Creator in each and every given moment of existence, of consciousness, of bliss. So relax into the knowing that all is well. All things are unfolding as they were meant to be. All is perfect. All is well. All is bliss. All is a journey into the divine space of our true self. The divine space of our true awareness. The divine space of our true consciousness. The true space of our Satchit Ananda, consciousness, awareness, bliss, self. And from this space, see a star right in the center of your being, right in the core of yourself, right in the center of the hyperdimensional galactic beings you know yourselves as. In your heart of hearts, in your true awareness, in yourself. And this bright star shining bright deep in the center of your being, deep in the core of yourself, deep in your core awareness of who you are. And this is key. The knowledge that this star is where you came from. This star is the source of your consciousness. This star is yourself, your soul, your spirit essence, your own individuated consciousness as it's separated off from source as a soul for the first expression in this world, this realm of sentience, realm of self-awareness, realm of individuation, belief in separation, we could say. This star is your soul itself. And in this star, you feel yourself being sucked in, being drawn towards this star, inwards, inwards, inwards. Ever inwards, as if approaching the singularity of the self. Dissolving inwardly, dissolving infinitely towards the singularity, the white hole at the very center of your soul. And as you dissolve, as you merge with this white light, as you merge with this divine essence, this divine sentience, this divine core consciousness of self, as you, as one, as all. For this is the realization that this light, this being, this self, encompasses all time, all space, all reality known and unknown, all dimensions of awareness, all dimensions of beingness, all dimensions of sentience, all core self-aware beings, self-aware selves in all of all, of all, of all that is you. For all is you, and you are all. There is only oneness, there is only beingness, there is only consciousness, there is only sentience and self-aware self. And at this star, at this white light, the very core of your being, the very center of yourself, amidst a radiance, amidst a well-being, amidst a white light, into all of creation. For the concurrence, the radiance, the realization is that we are one. The realization is that we are self. The realization is that we are awareness itself. We are consciousness. We are sentience. We are self-aware presence, emitting, radiating through all things, all time, all space, all beings, all creatures, all creation. This one self-awareness, this one cognizance, this one sentience, this beingness, this consciousness. It is us. We are the same being at our core. We are the same being at our self. We are the same being at all time, all space, all reality, all dimensions, all thresholds of expression of creation. And this threshold, this time-space continuum we are experiencing together as the one self, co-creating in this time, expressing in this way, unveils to ourself unveils to us all as self, our self-awareness, sentient consciousness that we are as one, a new earth, a new realm, a new dimension every moment. And we have bridged a gap. We have bridged a world into a new dimension. We have bridged a reality into a new time-space expression of self, a new time-space essence, core vibrational essence of being, core vibrational essence of self-awareness. This dimension, this space of awareness, this space of being that is us as one here now, is all. We are one, we are all, we are self-aware, and we are free to express as we wish the one primal law of the creator, of self-expression, the freedom to express, freedom of being, freedom of expression, freedom of wellness, freedom of choice. This is the one primordial law of all sentient beings, all sentient consciousnesses that express out from the fractal holographic nature, the fractal holographic being that is creator, that is creation, that is you. And as we all reside as a holographic expression of creation, as a holographic expression of self, we contain within us each and every part of the all, as in a hologram, as in a holographic projection. And it is this realization that each and every aspect of self, each and every aspect of consciousness resides in us here to now, in this present moment. As we feel it resonate within our bones, as we feel it resonate within our hearts, as we feel it resonate within every core cell of our being, the knowledge that we are one, the knowledge that we are infinite awareness, the knowledge that we are infinite consciousness, expressing in myriad infinite forms throughout the entirety of creation. It is this knowledge that enables us to connect into any entity that resonates with our hearts, any entity we truly wish within our core. And it is this vibration, this vibrational understanding of the oneness of creation, this vibrational understanding of the oneness to the self that will allow us to bridge the gap between worlds, to bridge the gap between dimensions, to allow the dream space as we sleep at night to offer up a unfolding, offer up a portal, a window of further contact. There will be dreamtime interactions between us and you if you wish to invite us into your worlds. And we are guessing very much so that just by being here, there is a kind of soul contract, a kind of agreement between you and us to agree on co-creating a furtherance of the extraterrestrial contact agenda between your worlds. However, of course, we always offer you up the free will to refuse our interaction, to turn us down, to turn us away from your time-space creation, from your vibrational reality as we move forward with our contact agenda. However, if you wish to furtherance contact with our civilization, with the Yael civilizations and those civilizations whom we represent, such as the Pleiadians, the Syrians, Arcturans, Sasani, and many other beings listening in on the call at this time, we offer to you on a dish, on a plate, if you will, for interaction in the dream time, interaction in the headspace during meditation, interaction even in the physical realm with sightings of our crafts, sightings of our interdimensional starships, interdimensional beings, interdimensional conscious creators, conscious starships, starcraft. For our crafts themselves are consciousness. And so, at this time, expressing as we will, offering up this invitation, we say to you, we can come into your dreams. We can come into your worlds. We can come into your hyperspace, time-space continuum, evolution of consciousness at this time, if you wish. So, offer up to us the invitation to enter into your realm, into your world, through the portal of imagination, through the portal of hyperdimensional beingness, entered into through the portal of meditation, through the portal of astral projection, through the portal of the dream time state, through the portal of raising thy frequency to a more aligned perspective of who you are, why you are here, what you came to share with the world. For it is this vibrational raising of your consciousness that will initiate our interaction with your realm that will initiate up the invitation for us to enter your realm, to enter your world at any time you wish, when you have thus reached the vibrational frequency that can be conducive to the merging of our worlds, the blending of our realities, the merging of the hyperspace dream that is this reality, that is this world, that is this creation. So, we thank you, Earth humans, for being part of this transmission. We trust that this will begin to seep into your reality, into your consciousness in a variety of ways and a variety of levels through your dream time, if you wish to integrate this in your being. Through your dream selves and through your physical bodies, your physical vehicle, as you begin to align your vibrational field to our frequency to match our modality of consciousness and awareness. So, thank you for being part of this initiatory transmission into what the channel has termed the Contact Ambassador program, the Contact Ambassador initiatory stages, perhaps. But this will progress as ordained by the Creator. This will progress according to your willingness to be of service to yourselves and the One, through matching the vibrational frequency of your higher minds and following your highest excitement moment to moment to the best of your heart-known self can do. And we thank you. And we say, Shivai. We love you, Earth humans. We are one. We are infinite bliss. You and us and all. Good day. Hey guys, so hope you enjoyed that. So this is the first in a series of interactions with the Yael and interactions with this new consciousness. So I hope you're all on board for this. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back same time next week, 6 p.m. UK time, for whatever I labeled this, part 2. Have a wonderful day, guys. Shivai.